Hi, Brian McAvoy with Inside Out Trading here, and I want to talk to you today about something. This came up in a conversation with one of my coaching clients, and I have a feeling it pertains to you because this year it seems to be really prevalent, and it doesn't get discussed a whole lot. But I think it's something where it might be affecting you. I know it affects a lot of traders, and it's really important because it's a really simple mistake to make, but it has a big impact on your trading and on your system and on your execution. So spend a minute with me here, and let's see if this is affecting you. I'm also going to tell you how to fix it. What I'm talking about is essentially curve fitting on the fly. That's probably the best way to describe it. I mean, here's a situation where it most recently came up. One of my clients, he's using a zigzag a pattern. And it's a well-established methodology. It's the Anders Pitchfork, where you're looking for an established trend, a pullback, and then a resumption of that trend. And that's the whole. I mean, that's the underlying premise, is to be able to get in right after the pullback has occurred and the trend has resumed, and then you get to ride it out to where the second or the last leg mirrors the first leg. So that's the general premise of the trading system. Now, what we've been finding, and it was cool because as we're talking through and we're looking at a lot of examples that he pulled up, charts he pulled up in his back testing and stuff. Here's where it gets interesting. Is he's looking for the formations. He's trying to understand that and conceptualize it, be able to see it, because you know how it is. Every chart's different, and so you have to know how to identify the pattern that you're looking for versus something that's kind of like it but isn't it. That's the key. And it was funny because in talking with him, he's like, well, but I could do this and this and this. And I'm like, yeah, here's the thing. We have to get back to the premise of the system, because there are plenty of trading systems, trading methods around that have been around for decades. They were developed a long time ago. You've read about it. These guys that developed them, Jesse Livermore, some of the wizards. And so there are methods around. They were valid then. They're valid now because they're based on human nature. And so anyway, the methods are around, and where a lot of people get bunched up is playing the technical analyst too far, where you're trying to find the formations in the charts instead of seeing them there. And okay, so here's what we're talking about. So he's sitting there and he's like, well, but I could get in here, or if we let it go over here a little bit, then I could get in. And I'm like, well, no, what we need to do is get back to the premise of the method. And the premise is, we're looking for an established and clear trend. And then the pullback, a clear pullback, not just a burp, and not a reversal, but a pullback and a resumption of the trend. And he's like, oh, okay. And so we're looking at a few more examples, and he was kind of doing it again. I'm like, no, here's the thing. We have to get back to the premise of the system, because the theory works. It's been proven out for decades. It works. Trend following, there are pivot points, channel trading. There are lots of methods that work, and they've been validated over and over and over again. And the guys who've gotten rich off of these. So the methods work if you stick to the method. Now, part of the reason I bring this up, a lot of people come to me, and when they get the Trading System Mastery, and I'll review their system with them, and let them know these are some of the things that we need to fix. Because one thing is, that is real common, is what people send me is not a system. It's actually a bunch of systems that have been kind of all mashed together, or pieces of systems that have been mashed together. And there is no underlying premise. There is no real sound basis or theory on it, or they've got what they're calling system that actually is trying to catch every opportunity there is. And they kind of get away from the understanding that, no, a system is, it's the method that you apply in a given situation, where it's like, okay, I've got a trending market, so I'm going to use this trend following or method that captures on trends, and this is the method, not this and 5 other things to try to capture everything else. So they've got a whole pile of methods. Anyway, I'm bringing this up because it's really easy when you've got a really bastardized system, or one where it's just a big pile of stuff all smashed together, that it's going to be really difficult to trade. What you need to do is simplify. Each system is its own thing. So if you've got one for a trending market, one for where you're looking for breakouts, one where maybe you want to just trade the back and forth within a range bound market, Those are individual systems. Treat them individually and attend to them individually, and make sure that what you're doing, it sticks to the original premise of the method. If you're working on something that's been around for a while, it's been proven out, simplify, get back to the original method. Make sure that what you're doing is in alignment with that, and it's not just stuff that you've attached on there to rationalize getting into trades. And that's what I was talking about with like the curve fitting on the fly. See it happen a lot, and it's a natural tendency. You want to get into the trades, you want to be able to apply the method, but the thing is, don't start adding stuff to rationalize chasing trades. That's, I guess, the bottom line here. Make sure that you're sticking to the original method, the original reasoning, and that all, I mean, that's also by simplifying and making sure that you're sticking with the original reasoning. It'll also make it a whole lot easier to stay consistent, to troubleshoot it when things are going wrong. So I hope this has been helpful. If you have questions, if you'd like help with your trading system, email me, Brian@InsideOutTrading.com. Give me a call. If you want some help with your trading system, if you're just really in a jam, you're tired of wrestling with trading systems, check out the Trading System Mastery Program. Email me. We can discuss that. But anyway, the main thing is, keep your trading simple. Don't rationalize chasing trades, make excuses to get into trades and stuff like that, where you're trying to find things in there. And because this happens with all kinds of methods. I've got a number of Elliott Wave traders lately, and they're like, oh yeah, well if it's here and if it's there and if it's there, and same thing with Fibonacci lines. I mean, it's so easy to like I said, try to fit things to what you're seeing and make it and force it. You don't want to do that. You want to find the stuff, be consistent with your method, keep it simple. And let your system do what it's supposed to do, and that is find you good trades. That's the whole point. You want to keep it simple. Let what's already there work for you. And again, if you want some help with it, email me, call me. We can talk about it. As far as if you got a simple question or whatever. If you need more substantial help, we can talk about what direction to take to get things on track for it. So anyway. Hope you have a great day. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.